What's up, losers? It's that time again. I'm putting my hazmat suit back on to delve once again into the wonderful world of fat acceptance. I hope you will come along with me as I return to r/fatlogic to examine a few more posts and, no doubt, to have a few laughs along the way. With all that out of the way, let's get into today's posts.
Friendly reminder that obese is experienced as a slur to the majority of fat people. I highly recommend the podcast Maintenance Phase for fact-based info on anti-fat stigma.
Okay, I am going to call BS on this. I refuse to believe that most fat people consider obese a slur. Most fat activists maybe, but being real, most fat people are totally rational, reasonable people, who understand that they have a problem, and would like to lose weight, but find it difficult. Obese is not a slur. It is a serious medical condition that affects millions of people all over the world. And, if some drastic action is not taken, will come to affect millions more in the coming decades. Closing your eyes and sticking your fingers in your ears will not make obesity go away, and it will certainly not spare obese people the horrific health consequences of their condition. So please, grow up, or at the very least, be quiet and let the adults talk. As a side note, thanks for recommending me that podcast. If it's endorsed by the fat acceptance community, it's bound to be wacky. And if I check it out, it might just provide me with a fresh source of content. We shall see.
Greece officially bans overweight tourists from riding their donkeys.
Okay, so, this is just a funny headline. And it appears to be from a few years ago. But setting that aside, it does represent a difficult challenge to fat acceptance. Fat activists would no doubt consider this a form of oppression, in the same way that they consider chair sizes and such to be anti-fat oppression. But the difference here is that donkeys are animals, not inanimate objects. There's no way to wriggle out of the fact that larger bodies are going to put a greater strain on the donkeys. And, at a certain point, this probably crosses the line into animal cruelty. But there's no way to alter the donkeys to accommodate fat bodies, in the way that a chair can just be made bigger. Like, are they going to suggest putting the donkeys on steroids to make them better able to carry the load? I'd like to think that even fat activists wouldn't go that far. But who knows, maybe they would. Either way, I'm pretty sure they have to take an L on this one, haha.
Not to be an idiot, but I don't understand the fatphobic doctors. Like, just take the x-ray and take the tests, as if the person wasn't fat. Like, if the patient isn't showing improvement, why would you double down on blaming the weight, as opposed to checking for other things? Why is that such an issue? I don't get why some medical doctors are so discriminatory. #fatphobia. Like I know they're people, with all the flaws and stuff that comes with it. But as a professional, isn't a point of pride to treat patients successfully. No, never mind. It's about cutting a check and cutting people down for the bad ones, I guess.
Here we go with the passive-aggressive hashtags again. Size. Anyway, the doctors might elect not to do the X-ray because fat can interfere with the ability of radiology equipment to carry out such tests. Or because they have identified that the problem lies elsewhere. Or for any number of other medical reasons. It's not because the doctor hates fat people and gets a kick out of being mean to you. And you don't get to blame the doctors for your lack of improvement. If the doctor suggested that you lose weight, and you didn't do it, like, why go and see a doctor? If you've already decided that you know best, a little humility would go a long way.
I will never stop talking about how gym culture is just a breeding ground for isolation, and is not a sustainable lifestyle. I'd rather be chubby than count every calorie and track my steps for the rest of my life to stay in shape.
Okay, so I actually think there's a fair bit of sense in this one. It is true that lots of aspects of gym culture are potentially harmful to people's mental state and quality of life. It's not good to become obsessed with calories, steps, and reps, to the point that other things in life fall by the wayside. I also think that some people set their physique expectations too high, and resort to steroids and other drastic measures in order to attain them. But I don't think these are good reasons to forego exercise entirely. Rather, they are reasons to manage your expectations and tailor your exercise goals so that you can enjoy reasonable progress without sacrificing all the other things that make life enjoyable. It would be a shame to give up on exercise entirely and just accept being overweight or obese, because some people overdo it at the gym. As with all things related to diet and exercise, the key is moderation.
Scientists say that dieting could force your brain to eat itself, as with other parts of the body. People who are in a caloric deficit will find that the body will start to consume brain cells as a final source of energy to prevent starvation.
Oh no, what a disaster. I thought I was just out here running a moderate calorie deficit to lose a little weight. Little did I know, I was starving myself and eating my brain. Jokes aside, yeah, you probably don't want to be dieting to the point that your body turns to your brain as an energy supply. But I think everyone knows that starving yourself to that level is bad. Because it's obvious, haha. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today. What do you think? Was I wrong about the donkeys? Are they just as complicit in institutional fat phobia as the rest of us? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll come over and eat your brain. Ha ha. Catch you later.